No. I put them strings on the Fender. I love it. Big difference. Oh. I wasn't. How's that? You know, like one day I played for an hour. Not one person said that. Not one person. Then you got on and instantly you're like, you're unplugged. Yeah. I was saying, I put those strings off that sire on this Fender and they're lighter gauge than what was on the Fender before. And it makes a huge difference on the way it plays. It's so smooth. And I don't think I had a high fret before. I don't hear it no more. It might be slightly. I think it depends on how I hit the string. But I haven't heard it the last time. I mean, I think I had some other strings, but I like having the same on. I don't like switching different brands around and different gauges. Generally, I have the same gauge, but I think I bought what the store had available, and I ended up liking them. What's up, Jeffrey? Happy Thursday. Never know how loud this is going to be. Thank you. I love that one. That's actually an album. Those are all albums. What's up, Daniel? Like them all. I got Axis in my box over there. It's like a 1967 album. It's like first pressing. I bought a box of albums off a dude for like $100. It's been years ago, and it had all those albums in it and a bunch more. It was worth probably $700-800 at least. I like Isabella. It's off of Hell's Angels. It was one of his after he died albums, and the bass line that Billy Cox plays is sick, and it's the only version that's like that. All the other versions are not as good. I mean, I like the song, but they're not nearly as good as that one. People's and Hell's Angels, I think it's called. But man, it's got the best version of Isabella. That that's how it goes. But it's bad. Yeah, I like Little Wing too. I like When Cries Mary. I'm more partial. And Burning of the Midnight Lamp. That's probably my favorite. Yeah, Lucas. Hendrix was one of them people that for a long time you couldn't find any of his stuff on YouTube. I tried to find Crosstown Traffic for a couple years and could never find it. Now you can, I think, but it's because of his estate. They don't allow it. Same with like Paul McCartney didn't for a while. I think I know which one you're talking about. My brother would probably know. He's a huge Hendrix fan. What's up, cornbread? He still makes like 4 or 5 million a year off of his stuff. You can look it up. I was looking it up. I mean, it's been like 2 years, but he made like 4.5 million that year. Still, and he's been dead for how long? 1970. It's craziness. Yeah, like I said, you can find some of the stuff he did after he died. And I think some of it was put together by people that wasn't him, you know what I mean? Like they took samples of his solos and put them together. Oh yeah, I just put new strings on it. This is my American Ultra. I was playing that Sire, but I put these light gauge strings because I liked them on that Sire. I broke a string last week. I had heavies, and it makes a gigantic difference on the way it plays. Just overall, this thing's playing awesome right now. First time I played it in a week. I love it to death. You can play so lightly, and it doesn't have like a lot of jumps and volume and stuff. That Sire kind of does. You got to be careful on where you pick and stuff because the volume jumps up. This bass is about perfect, and it's so light. It don't have no neck dive. That Sire's got neck dive. It wants to lean all the time like that. It's very well balanced bass. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like changing strings unless I break one. I rarely break them, and since I started YouTube, I've broken two. Before that, I could probably count on my hand the number of times in my life that I've broken the string. But I'm liking these light gauge. They're not light gauge, they're medium gauge, I think. But they play perfectly. I got it set up good too. I got the string height perfect. Oh, you really? Well, man, I was gonna make a video on that. I was just thinking that earlier, but I put, since I switched them off my old bass, I wanted to make a video when I get some new strings because I figure some people don't know about how to put them on because you got to put it down in that hole. You know, you can't just string it across. Like that's what I used to do, and you can't do it that way. I can show you how to do it. It's pretty easy. I can do it in about 3 minutes. Quick. I can set them up. I can set my own bass up. I mean, I prefer to because somebody else sets it up. They don't ever set it up how I like it. It's always weird. I don't know. Well, me too. To be quite honest, I don't like to change the strings very often. I mean, I prefer that like a. I don't like the real bright new strings because they're real noisy when you slide, and clanky, and everything else. These are broken. I like these strings. It's easy to change them once you know how. But I can understand the difficulty if you don't really know how. It can be a pain in the ass. Man, that's so hard. It's gonna take me a year to get it the whole thing down for real. I've been learning like 2 bars of it a day, and when I learn the 2 bars, I have to go back and play the whole thing and add the 2 bars in, or else you just forget it if you don't. So every time I mess up, I make myself start all over. It sucks, but it'll make you good. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I know tons of songs, whole songs too. But anymore, I just like to write stuff, you know. And I like to learn stuff like Bach, and because it teaches you so much. And he uses a lot of it's hard, but he uses a lot of arpeggios. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, ain't it? I mean, that's my opinion. Yeah, this bass is awesome today. I love it. when you ain't played it in a while. It tells you. I paid $1,800 for that Pro 2 and I traded for this. I don't think either one of them's worth anywhere near that, but it's a good bass. But I only bought the Pro 2 because I didn't want them to get any higher in price. Because I had read theirs going up $500 more. And this is actually a 21. I paid 18 for mine. This is actually 2100 new, but it ain't worth that, I don't think. But it's a great bass. It plays flawless. It doesn't really matter. That Sire I got was less than 400 I used, and it's real close to this bass. It's at least above a Mexican Fender. It's a good bass. Played lots of basses looking for the right one. Thank you. No, it definitely doesn't make a difference. I think it's all a bunch of lies myself. What makes a difference is the frets. So that's the thing about, like, I'll buy a bass and then I end up finding a bad fret, two bad frets, or a bad section, you know. But you can get that shit fixed. But generally, that's the difference. Thank you, Rusty. Oh, it's my camera is reversed. I'm right-handed. I'm right-handed for sure. A lot of people think that. It's my camera. Oh, nice. What time is it over there? It's like almost 11 p.m. here. Delay so fun. Always. Oh yeah, there are. You got to have a lot of technique down. I'll tell you that much. I know Santeria, that's a good one, but it's on that backbeat though. It's weird timing. Yeah, Bad Fish. I like shit, what's the name of that one? Damn it. Caress Me Down. Did you know that that dude from Sublime died before that album came out? The one that was huge. The dude never got to see any of that money. He died like a month or a week before it came out, week and a half, something like that. And then they released that album and it blew up. And then all those videos that you see him in, he was superimposed like AI. Yeah. And so whenever you see those videos with him and his dog and all that, it's all computer generated. Yeah. Yeah, they were on tour and he quit using heroin and then he went and got high again. That's how people die. It was like he quit using for like 3 weeks, went and shot up, and they found him dead in his hotel. Yeah, never got to see any of that money. And it blew up too. That come out when I was like 16. Watch Behind the Music. It's on YouTube. Um, Sublime. It's a good one. It's one of the best ones. Megadeth is my second favorite, but Sublime's probably my first one on that because it's just a good episode. Yeah, they got tons of behind the musics that are good. Pantera's a good one. Metallica's a good one. But I think Sublime might have been my favorite one of all the ones I've seen. And Megadeth. Megadeth was really good too. Megadeth had some crazy stuff happen to them. I mean, I don't even care if I like the band. I usually just like watching them shows because they tell good stories on them. Pearl Jam 20 is a good video. I was never a huge Pearl Jam fan, and I watched that documentary, and that made me a much bigger fan of them. After watching that documentary, it was so good. It gave me a lot of respect for them. Pearl Jam was they had a different singer, and they just signed a major label deal, and their singer died of heroin overdose, and so they went like 6 months looking for a singer, and they found Eddie Vedder, and they started off playing in these clubs, and then like 2 weeks later they're at Lollapalooza with 100,000 people. It's a crazy ass story. Yeah, a good one to learn on bass is Black. Yeah, they had a band called Mother Love Bone, and they were like an 80s style band, and like they played together for years, and then they had just made Breakthrough, and they lived together with the dudes from Soundgarden and the dudes from Alice in Chains, which were two of my favorite bands. They were all good friends. All those bands were. Yeah, because of Nirvana. Nirvana blew up, and then everybody went to Seattle looking for the next Nirvana, and they found Pearl Jam. You know what I mean? Soundgarden and Alice in Chains, all those bands. But it was all because of Nirvana. Yeah, fuck heroin. It's a noose, is what it is. Yeah, and what's crazy is like I grew up in that time, and before Nirvana, it was all Motley Crue, Metallica. Metallica had the top album, and Guns N' Roses. I would go to my mom's because she had cable. We didn't have cable, and I would watch the top videos, and Guns N' Roses was number one for 9 weeks. November Rain, and then all of a sudden Nirvana come out, and they just fucking blew up. It was insane, and like overnight they just come out of nowhere, and then all that '80s metal was gone. It was just it become Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden. it's it's so crazy. Yeah, it did. Alice in Chains, that dude was fucking on dope the whole. And that's my favorite band, one of them. He's got so much good lyrics. Oh, you're born in '87, yeah. I mean, I grew up with I got 12 brothers and sisters, and so I had five older sisters, and they all listened to everything in the '80s, Madonna and Michael Jackson. I know all that shit by heart, like so much of it. Phil Collins, because I heard it so many times. Um, and then '80s metal, Guns N' Roses, all that stuff. And then I was into 50s music when I was a kid, 50s and 60s. And the Beatles, that was my favorite band for years. That was all I listened to. And then I found Led Zeppelin and Guns N' Roses. And then I got into Black Sabbath. And after I got into Sabbath, I got into metal and got into all kinds of. I didn't listen to the 50s stuff anymore. But I know all that stuff by heart, like all that old music. I mean, you can hear it in my playing. I still like that old sound. I thought about doing a little side thing on my channel and go through my record collection and just talk about the albums and see how that does. Because I know so much history of music, it's insane. You know, I know a ton of history of just from the 50s on, all all that shit. Because in order for me to really like a band, I have to like their lyrics. I gotta like the music. If I don't like their lyrics, I don't usually like the band. They gotta have some kind of good lyrics. Like Phil Anselmo's one of the best ever at writing lyrics. So is Dave Mustaine, to James Hetfield. Yeah, I was thinking about that because I got a whole box of albums, and I thought about just going through them. You know, Zeppelin and that kind of thing. Just talk about the influence they had on my life. So I'm influenced by so many people. Like when I get into something, I'm usually into it for months. Yeah, like I'm huge in the lyrics, Rusty. Like I dissect the shit. I know I can't stand to watch a live band and they fuck up the lyrics. I turn it off right then. I hate that shit. Like that's your one job is to know the words of the song, and if you don't know them, then I don't. I quit listening. And if the music's good, even if the music isn't that good, but the lyrics are good, then I can listen. But if the lyrics suck, nah, it ain't no good. I'm done with it. Yeah, and like Iron Maiden, that dude was a master of writing lyrics. You know, just all that metal, tons of good shit. Lamb of God's got some of the best lyrics. I love Lamb of God, but you have to learn how to listen to him because he sings so growls, you know. But once you get his flow down, that dude's bad. His rhythm is awesome. Motorhead, yep. Yeah, no, I just now recently learned that he wrote songs for Ozzy, and Ozzy was a genius. I love Ozzy. All like Perry Mason, the way that song starts when the vocals come in, it's so evil sounding. It's just a wicked song. And he was an old man when he wrote that shit. He was master. I mean, Ozzy really didn't need any help, but I'm sure he took the help. But because Ozzy was a master, all the Sabbath stuff, all the Ozzy like Bark at the Moon, that whole album. Jakey Lee played guitar in that album. I don't ever know what happened to that dude because he was one of the baddest dudes Ozzy ever had, and he was only on that. I think he might have been on a different album too, Ultimate Sin. Yeah, Sabbath. Geezer Butler. What's cool about Geezer is he was a jazz musician before he was a. And they came up with metal by accident because Tony Iommi got his fingers cut off, his tips. So he made these little plastic pieces to go on his fingertips. Then he detuned because he wanted to be able to bend the strings, and that's how they came up with their sound. It was like all by accident. And then Geezer wrote most of the lyrics, on the early stuff. He wrote a lot of the lyrics, and like the song Black Sabbath, Geezer wrote that song, and he gave him the idea to be like a metal band because he went and watched a scary movie and he come back and said we ought to play some scary music, and then that's how that shit was born. Yeah, I know a lot of shit, dude. One of my favorite Sabbath songs is "Into the Void," and it's so good, and it's like one of those songs that you don't hear. You have to check that one out. It's something like Pantera style, where they got their sound. They got so many like underground songs that you don't hear. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Into the Void. It's nasty. And then Soulfly does a version of Under the Sun that is so good. They probably do it better than Sabbath. It's on the Nativity in Black album. So good. I used to read a lot of books. Yeah, me too. I like a lot. I like a lot of music though. I have to be in a certain mood to listen to metal. I have to be in a certain mood to listen to anything, honestly. Right now, I'm into Miles Davis a lot. But I love it all of it, all kinds of music. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, I read tons of books. Well, when I was growing up, I don't think we had internet till I was in high school when they finally had like the internet, and you had to sign up to use a computer, and you was only allowed to download 3 pages. So I would get all my buddies to let me download their pages too, and then the librarian got mad because he had to pay 10 cents. I was like, I'm using his. He said I could have his pages. She's like, you can't do that because I was downloading tab. Oh shit! And it was so slow. Internet was so slow. It was crazy. It take the whole time to download. Yeah, we had like dial up forever, and I would download a song, and it would take like 3 days. My dad would get so mad. Yeah, the dial up sound. I'll never forget that sound. Yeah, it was so bad, I just wouldn't even use it. My dad still had dial up until probably 15 years ago, long after he could have got fast internet. Because he's cheap. I tell you, I've lived in interesting times. Yeah, that's late. That's like my dad, exactly. Well, he lives out about 8 miles from here, and out there on that road, they didn't have cable or internet or anything. Even when cause I moved back out there in like 2015, and they didn't have shit out there, internet or nothing, junk, you know. And I think they got it right after I moved. Yeah, I mean it's still there now. Everybody's catching up, but there's still spots, even like around here. You know, the internet we got here now is pretty good. And what's crazy is just the next road over, they had fucking cable internet, and they said, and I called them and asked them like, telling them I wanted internet, and they said it would be $60,000 to run a cable. I was like, why would you even tell me that? Like, I got here, let me write you a check, buddy. You know what I mean? He said, well, you can go around and ask all the neighbors. I said, they ain't gonna come up with $60,000. You're crazy. Yeah, I'm in town now too. But I mean, just out that way is cornfields, and out that way is cornfields, you know. And I grew up with like Atari. So the video games from when I started, I seen the whole evolution. So it's just like mind blowing the shit that they come out with now. Where you live at, DJ? Like we got a Walmart, we got a Family Dollar down the street. Hell yeah, there are. Like the best game, Witcher 3 is probably the greatest game ever made. I played the hell out of that game, and I still ain't bored of it. I got 100 and something, 160 hours on it. Oh, that's right. You told me that. I was going to say Canada. Yeah, I love GTA too. GTA 5 is so good. I got Vice City on my Switch, and I've been playing that one. Like I play my PS5 and I play my Switch. I play different games. I've been playing Vice City on the Switch, and it's still so good. But yeah, like they got a Taco Bell down the street down here, and that was like the biggest thing that ever happened to this town. You know, it's crazy. Oh, I love PS2 also. Like the games now are good, but like the PS5, I should have just bought a PS4 because it was just as good. And the games, they just don't. I don't know. I like Dragon's Dogma too, but it's so good, but it's like unfinished, and you can tell it's unfinished. It's like they rush these games, but they're not as good as they used to be. Like the PS2 still had top games, like Arkham Asylum. I played that over the winter. Man, that's one of the best games I played, and that came out in like 2010. That game was so good. I beat it in like 4 days. So good. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Rockstar don't make bad games. Like, I also just recently beat Red Dead Redemption just a few months ago. I had never played through that game, and I beat it in about a week, a little bit over a week. It's so good, man. It's so good on the Switch. I like the Switch because you can lay on the couch and play. 'Cause I'm kind of lazy. And Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, that's probably not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. That's probably my favorite game of all time. It's so good. There's nothing like it. Yeah, Red Dead 2. There's so many good games. But Witcher 3, it took me like 4 times to get into that game. And then once I got hooked into it, that's the best game I ever played, really. The story wise. Tears of the Kingdom's gameplay is probably the top, though. There's so many good games. Way too many. Like, there's not enough time. Oh, dude, I love Skyrim. It's one of the best ever. I know, I seen that. I almost bought it. Skyrim's so good. You never played Witcher? It's like Skyrim in a way. I love medieval shit, dude. Ultra wasn't on Nintendo. Oh, you mean on the Switch? Well, for one, the thing about the one on the Switch, the load times are way too long. I couldn't play it. But I got it on the PS5, and the load times were quick. That's what hooked me in. Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good. Actually, I'm thinking about playing it now. Yeah, yeah, I love the Switch, but the load time, yeah, it was just so. It was over a minute on Witcher. I bitched about that forever, and then I got my PS5, and I got it for that, and I was able to transport the file over to my PS5, and then I was hooked. After the load times were so fast. I don't know IRS. Oh yeah, it's so good. The load. That's the one thing that, like, I had Elden Ring on Xbox One, and I couldn't play that either. I got 45 or 50 hours in, and I was like, "Fuck this game," because you die so much. It's got to load. And then I got it on the PS5, and I was hooked on that too. It's so good. Elden Ring. It's hard as fuck, but once you get the difficulty down, it's so good. But you gotta be into them games that would kick your ass for a long time. I like both. It depends. Sometimes I want to play a hard game, but then there's times I just can't play Elden Ring. I'm like, nah, it's just so hard that you got to be mentally focused on it. I'm into Madden a lot because I'm good at Madden. And then right now I'm also playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's a good one. The new Final Fantasies, they're so good too. Yeah, I got 2023 or 4. I didn't buy the new one because they just stay the same. But the Ultimate Team's awesome. I love building the team. But the problem is when you go online with it, you can't find anybody to play because everybody plays a new one. So I'll have to wait sometimes 10 minutes to even find somebody to play. Dude, back in the day, 2005, ESPN had 2K5, and that's still the best football game ever made. And then Madden bought them out because they couldn't compete with them, so they bought the rights to the NFL, and then Madden just ruined it after that. Yeah, I'm a Bengals fan. 2K5, that game was so good. Like, it had a halftime show. It had Sports Center. Like, after when you did your franchise, it would show other highlights from other games. It was wicked. And it had this training, all kinds of stuff. It blew Madden away, blew him away. And then they bought the rights. Yeah, nobody knows that because EA doesn't want, ain't gonna let nobody know that. Madden has been good since in the years. You know, it's good now, but it's nowhere near where it should be. I get into the 2K basketball. 2K is a good ass game. Yeah, just look up 2K5. You'll see it. It's still considered legendary. Yeah, I mean, I am too anymore. I get all the old games on the Switch and play them. I love the Switch. That probably my favorite system. I like RPGs though. I'm big like Xenoblade. I'm big into Xenoblade and all that stuff. And Skyrim's on Switch. I played Skyrim on the Switch too. Cause like I said, you can lay on the couch. I played the shit out of it. Oh yeah, the new Final Fantasies, the Rebirth and the remake. Those are so good. That fucking insanely good. That's two of the best games I played recently. But it's like they took the old game and then they expanded it, and it's so good. No, I just play normal. I haven't tried it like that yet. I'm afraid I'll fucking put a hole in the wall. Have you tried it that way? I just if I wanted to do virtual reality shit, I want it to be like full scale. You know what I mean? That shit's coming too. You know it is. And I'm into the Zelda. The Zelda games are so good, man. They're so good. I would start playing that game like 11, the sun would be coming up. I'd be like, holy shit, because I'd be so into that game. Forever, I was into that game. It's a good one. Nice. But yeah, like that, like I said, the old Batman. Oh, and I was recently big into the Assassin's Creeds. Man, I played them when they came out, and I forgot how good they are. They're so good. Assassin's Creed 2, but Black Flag, man, I was hooked on Black Flag. It's so good. It's still good. Yeah, I never got into the racing too much, other than Need for Speed. But a lot of that was my vision. Like I didn't have glasses for the longest time. I just got them, and I couldn't see to play the racing games because they're so fast. I couldn't. I got a 70-inch TV, and I had to sit right up on it to be able to see. Oh, I remember that game in Twisted Metal. I mean, hell, Mario Kart's still fun. But yeah, and Metal Gear, I've been recently. That's another recent one I played on the Switch. Metal Gear 3, man, it's still so good. I mean, they blow away some of the new games. It's crazy. Yeah, they used to make some weird. It's like when they put out a new game, they would change the controls just so they could say it was new, and then they'd make them all fucked up. You know, like I also played Ocarina of Time on the Switch, and man, the controls. It took me forever to get used to them because you can't look around with the left stick, and or the right stick. I mean, you can't look around without holding down um, like the LB. It was just dumb, but once I got used to it, it was cool because I seen how they designed the game around that, and it actually made the game better for it. but it took me a long time to get adjusted. And the Assassin's Creed games, their controls are weird too, and they can be frustrating. Like when you're sneaking up on a dude and you're about to cut his throat, and then something stupid happens. Something stupid always happens. I was amazed at how good Batman was. The controls and everything were good on it. That was a good one. I'm about to jump off here. My phone's going to die. I'm probably going to go play a game, actually, now that we're talking about it. Charge my phone up. I'll probably get back on at like 3 a.m. because I've been staying up too late. I've been into that Kingdom Come. Yeah, there's my warning just went off. I knew it was coming. But yeah, I'll be back on later. I'll see y'all. I want to eat something too. Nice talking to you, DJ. Rusty. See ya.